Hello everyone, you're watching Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Gas prices will be stable for a long weekend but could spike next week, analyst. Spirits companies could pull products from LCBO amid dispute over pricing. Toronto police release a video of missing woman with Alzheimer's as search continues for her. Police release new photo of a suspect wanted in 2022 downtown Toronto shooting. Police searching for suspect accused of uttering racial slurs, assaulting victim in Brampton. Doug Ford asks Justin Trudeau to pause approval of safe supply sites for drug users and review existing ones. Toronto police investigating second vandalism incident at North York Synagogue.
These were the headlines, and let's jump right into the details.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford is asking that the federal government put the brakes on any approvals for new safe supply sites for drug users in Ontario and conduct a review of existing sites in Ontario due to Health Canada's siloed approval process. The province is completely in the dark about where these federally approved sites are operating and the quantity of controlled and illegal substances they dispense. This is frankly unacceptable given its adverse effects on our communities, Ford wrote in a letter sent to the Prime Minister on Thursday. Ford is also asking that the federal government require provincial support as a precondition for safe supply. Many public health officials, including Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health, have advocated for safe supply programs as a way of providing people living with drug addiction a safer alternative that results in fewer opioid-related deaths and infections. The approach involves looking at drug addiction as a health issue rather than a vice. The programs have become especially timely amid an opioid crisis which has seen street drugs laced with unpredictable amounts of powerful and potentially deadly substances. However, safer drug supply programs have also become a political hot potato, with some politicians balking at the idea and saying government should focus on treatment programs rather than providing safer drugs and spaces for drug users. Ford cited the example of British Columbia, which recently asked the federal government to pull back on some parts of a plan to decriminalize simple possession of hard drugs, as an example of a place where the safe supply approach has not worked. His comments come in tandem with federal Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, who also recently penned a letter to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau asking that he reject Toronto's request to decriminalize simple possession of hard drugs. In his letter to Trudeau Thursday, Ford reiterated that his government does not support Toronto Public Health's request to federal government to decriminalize simple possession of hard drugs. The federal government said Friday that it is rejecting Toronto's request. Dr. Elaine De Villa, Toronto's medical officer of health, told Awaz News Thursday that the request to the federal government for an exemption order to decriminalize simple possession of hard drugs represents her best medical advice for public health. She has said previously that the request is about fundamentally recognizing that addiction is a health issue. In a separate letter Friday, Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow urged all three levels of government to work together on points of agreement to combat the opioid crisis. She also said, "We all agree more treatment is vital." Chow has previously said she thinks the debate about decriminalization is irrelevant without proper housing and treatment supports in place for people addicted to drugs. A group that represents a long list of spirit brands is warning that some popular products could be pulled from the Ontario market amid a multi-million-dollar dispute with the LCBO. Spirits Canada issued a press release on Friday morning in which it claimed that it had been blindsided by a staggering multi-million-dollar retroactive tax bill from the LCBO, which could drive some consumers' favorite brands out of the market. However, in a subsequent statement, the LCBO refuted the claim as inaccurate and highly misleading. It said that its contracts with suppliers requires that it be given the lowest price in Canada for all products and that the dispute hinges pricing chargebacks in accordance with the contracts and not fines or penalties. Spirits Canada is a trade organization that represents nearly 70% of the spirits products sold in Ontario, including well-known brands like Crown Royal Whiskey and Bacardi Rum. It is accusing the LCBO of unilaterally clawing back payments on products sold in 2023, based on the claim that Quebec's Liquor Board obtained similar products at a lower price. But Spirits Canada claims that the LCBO is relying on a long dormant clause to demand the lowest wholesale price, when under Ontario law the minimum price that alcohol can be sold for increases every year, pushing up the LCBO's margin in the process. In a statement, the LCBO said that it is acting in the best interest of its customers to ensure that retail prices in Ontario remain competitive. It said that of the 10% of the suppliers that are not currently compliant with their contracts, over 80% are working cooperatively with the Crown Corporation on payment terms and conditions. However, Spirits Canada said that as a result of the dispute, its members companies will be compelled to examine all possible options for actions. Toronto police have released a video of a missing woman who has Alzheimer's as they ramp up their search for her. The 8-second clip posted Friday shows 75-year-old Valerie speaking with someone as they walk on sidewalk along Spadina Avenue, north of Front Street at 2:02 p.m. on Wednesday. Police initially reported that Valerie was last seen walking westbound on King Street West at Spadina Avenue at 1:58 p.m. They are concerned for her safety due to her Alzheimer's. She is described as 5'5", weighs 105 pounds, and has brown eyes and long black hair with gray streaks. Police said she was last seen wearing thick black framed glasses, an orange, red, pink colored jacket, blue jeans, and black shoes. On Thursday, police set up a command post at 478 Queens Quay West. Anyone with the information is asked to contact police at 416-808-5200 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. Gas prices will be mostly stable for a long weekend that is widely considered to be kickoff to the summer driving season, but at least one industry analyst is warning that there could be higher prices at the pump by this time next week. Dan McTeague, who is the president of Canadians for Affordable Energy, tells Awaz News that the average price of a liter of regular fuel in the GTA will rise by 1 cent to 164.9 cents per liter overnight and could potentially go up by another cent on Sunday. But McTeague said that the increases are not significant in the context of a Victoria Day long weekend that many often associate with higher prices at the pump. Gas prices in the GTA hit a 2-year high of 179 cents per liter back in mid-April with switchover to summer fuel, but since then drivers have gotten a little bit of relief. McTeague in fact said that gas prices have come down approximately 16 cents a liter over the last month after going up 14 cents on April 18. While that has been a relief for some drivers, he said that it is important to remember that prices are still up about 10 cents per liter compared to this time last year. There is a couple factors there. We didn't have the 4-cent increase on the carbon tax last year, and we had a stronger Canadian dollar that shielded us from another 2 cents a liter, he said. We have also seen oil move up from about $73 or $74 a barrel to $79 a barrel. In 2022, gas prices surged due to a number of geopolitical factors and at one point hit a record 214.9 cents per liter in the GTA. Peel police are asking for the public's help locating a man in connection with a hate-motivated assault in Brampton last month. It happened in the area of Main Street North and Beauvais Drive on the evening of April 9th. Police said the victim was standing on the sidewalk when he was accosted by the suspect, who then allegedly uttered racial slurs and assaulted him. On Friday, more than a month after the incident, police released a photo of the male suspect, who was described as having an average build and was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, dark pants, black Nike shoes, a tan baseball cap, and a navy backpack. Police are asking anyone who knows the suspect and his whereabouts to contact them at 905-453-2121 extension 2233 or Crime Stoppers anonymously. The Toronto Police Hate Crimes Unit is investigating after a local synagogue was vandalized for the second time in 4 weeks. Rabbi Joe Kanofsky says windows and glass doors at the Kehilat Shari Torah synagogue in the city's north end were smashed in the early hours of Friday morning. Kanofsky says the synagogue was a target of the similar vandalism. In late April, no one was injured in either incident. He says police responded quickly on Friday and collected surveillance video from the scene. Toronto police confirmed that officers responded to a call about property damage and said the Hate Crimes Unit is investigating. Kanofsky says police have not told him if they identified any suspects in the previous vandalism incident at the synagogue. People are shaken, understandably, the rabbi said of his community, but noted that there's been an outpouring of support since the first incident was reported in April. We are a community of faith, compassion, and charity, he said in a phone interview. The good is still outnumbering the not good. Toronto Police Chief Marion Dempieux says in March that the number of calls reported hate crimes in the city has surged since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, and that more than half of those crimes have targeted the Jewish community. Toronto police have released a new photo of a suspect in connection with the downtown Toronto shooting more than a year ago as he continues to evade capture. On Friday, police provided an update in their investigation into the December 3, 2022 incident near Church Street and Front Street East that left a man seriously injured. According to police, there was an altercation, and the suspect identified as Joel Jackson fired his gun and struck the victim several times. Jackson, who remains at large, is wanted for attempted murder and unauthorized possession of a firearm contrary to a prohibition order, and failure to comply with a release order. In addition to Toronto, Joel is known to frequent Moberly, Ontario, police said. They are asking anyone with information to contact investigators at 416-808-2222 or Crime Stoppers anonymously.
That's it for now. I'm Kubrali signing off. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.